Hey guys, Harrison, I'm back at it once again with a brand new video for you, and welcome to episode 5 of our grid playthrough. Quick note, I know you were expecting a MotoGP season preview video to yesterday, but unfortunately I rendered it, I was not happy with the commentary in it, so I didn't want to upload it. Mainly because I didn't want to give you guys substandard content. So if anybody was expecting that and disappointed, I apologise for that, but at the same time, I don't want to give you guys bad videos, or videos that I'm phoning it in. I mean, what do you take me for in the Penfez? Anywho, back to the giant racing grid of races you can race in grid. That's not a tongue twister at all. I came to an arrangement. My brother ended up choosing the two. We haven't touched the Japanese event yet, so we're going to go for some Pro Touge. Now, in case you guys have no idea what it is, I'll let the guys explain.
Pro Touge events take place during the day on closed public roads. You'll race 2 legs against each opponent, one up and one down. The winner is the fastest over 2 legs. In Pro Touge events, contact is strictly forbidden between drivers. It is up to the chasing driver to ensure that no contact occurs, so be incredibly careful when attempting a passing maneuver.
So there you have it, there is Pro Touge, basically one leg up a mountain, one leg down a mountain. And yeah, the fastest net time overall wins. Warning, do not touch the opposing car. If you do, you risk getting time penalties. See now, because it's a different event, different car options have opened up. Toyota Supra. Well, I want to buy a Class D car for this, I think. So let's go. Toyota Supra, Nissan 350Z, Toyota Challenger. Well, that's what oh, hang on. Ford Mustang, Nissan Skyline, oh, Honda NSX. I mean, some of these are quite expensive. 115k. Let's go for something Class D. I can't afford a 350Z unless I look for it on eBay. Anything on eBay that's cheaper? 62, 47k, but it's been wrecked 6 times. 64. Okay, let's go for the Toyota Supra. Let's buy it new. That's a classic right there, isn't it? From the Japanese and whatnot. So let's go Savage difficulty. Pro mode on and lock to the camera, and let's do this. That colour scheme, you know, I'll be honest, I didn't like it that much at first, but I think it's actually now starting to grow on me. It's not looking better. It looks better with certain cars, I think. It just didn't look right in muscle cars. Yeah, it's quite good actually. I like that. I like the look on that Supra now. Okay, me versus a Ford Mustang. How bad can it be? I'm the leading driver on this first leg by the looks of things. I have no idea how this car handles, so I've got to be careful as well. To answer a couple of questions about the game I've gotten in comments. A lot of people have asked me, can you use a wheel with this? And the answer is, I'm not sure. I think you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. And the reason why is that grid is more like an arcade racer, and you've got to make very sharp wheel movements sometimes that just don't suit the game at all, and that can be a problem. Obviously, it's not a simulation like GT5 or like a Forza, for example. So be careful. Anyway, that's the first leg down. Wow, how was that? 22 seconds. Okay, what happened back here? Did I miss something back here? Let me just have a quick look at the replay here. I know it's a Mustang, but it should not be beating it by 22 seconds. Let's have a quick look here. Looking behind me here, just see if anything happened here. It's still not 22 seconds back. It's still not. That is weird. I'm not complaining or anything, but my god, this is on savage. Must have been a driver error of some kind. Because, you know, the AI in this game does make mistakes. That was a pretty big one. So I have a 22.3 second head start going into the chasing leg. Basically, as long as I don't touch him and I don't bin it, I should be okay. Must admit, it's also a little bit unfair because we're starting uphill. The car's faster because the Mustang he's in is a Class E car for this event. Whoa. And I'm in a Class D, so it's a little unfair from that standpoint. But a win's a win. I'm using that cash money. Again, just like any other Japanese car in this game, the tail kicks out quite a lot, but I'm able to control it quite easily. This product just goes on forever. I love Touge events though. It is pretty thrilling, and you know it just keeps you on edge to try and think about passing guys and being careful and whatnot. So there we go. Finished first, won by 4.8. That makes a lot more sense. So we add those times together, and yeah, that's a whooping. Won by nearly half a minute. So they're facing Jule Onken in the semi-final round. And looks like I went through his fastest qualifier as well. 147, no one else came close. I guess that's reassuring. I suspect as well, if I'm going to get 2 series done, this could be quite a long video, but I'm okay with that. You guys are... Hang on. Yeah, basically, I'll notice it. I looked on my analytics, and the average person is watching at least half of these, which is excellent. So most of you guys are watching all the way through the end, which is awesome. So all I can say is thank you guys so much for watching. I am absolutely loving this series right now. And I mean, when Alex Zaffro is telling you it's the best series on YouTube, that's touching, and I really appreciate that. You might have noticed that I've wanted to make more videos recently, and I've seemed to have got that hunger for it again. I mean, I must admit, sometimes when I was playing through career mode a few months ago, and I was seeing, you know, the changes in YouTube and seeing my view count decline, I must admit it was demoralizing for me, and it's not a nice feeling to have to go through that. And you know, at one point I was getting 60,000 views a month. I'm now getting more like 15,000 a month. But a lot of you guys who are old subscribers are coming back and watching again, which is really touching. You know, I'm really glad you guys are sticking around and you like seeing something fresh and new. So that's the first leg out of the way. A 2.1 second head start I'm going to have net in the second leg. That went well. Pretty smooth. 53.2 from Jule. Just got to take it easy and hope my car's faster off the start line. I'm going to go out on a limb and say the 350 might be a little bit faster than that Mustang. Just a hunch. Hello. Oh. I just got to keep him close. I don't even have to pass him. The idea to go for the pass though is really tempting. It's just feasibly I can't really do it, because if I do, I'm risking getting a penalty, and that could put me out. But I'm pretty sure I'm less than 2 seconds behind here. 0.52. I think we got it, folks. Just kept him close. That's all you need to do. 53.91 for the uphill leg. Again, we put those times together and wait for it. There you go. 45.01. Actually, it's actually faster second time around, which is good. My old time would not have been enough. Now against Ken Azura in the final. Just got to, you know, it seems to me that the leading leg is more important than the chasing leg. if you've got a faster car. Problem is, and the problem is this guy's got a Honda NSX, which is a Class C car, so beating him might be difficult. But I'm going to try, because that's what tryers do. Oh, whoa, whoa. Back end, I think it hit the wall there, and my windscreen's taking a small blow. I can still see quite well though, which is good. I am pushing it quite hard here, obviously. Once you get used to the car a little bit, you can feel the limit a little bit more. Now last corner down the hill to gun it. Shortest route to the finish line on the left hand side. There we go. What's my advantage? 1.67. So all I've got to do is stay less than 1 2/3 of a second behind Ken, and we'll take the overall title. 52.7 for that leg. It obviously slower than my leading leg last time around, which wasn't great. Just got to stay close. Got to get a nice drop off him up the hill. Getting about a pass. Ooh. Round the outside, maybe. I shouldn't be trying to pass him, Dre. Come on, use your head. The red mist is descending. I could not be much closer if I tried there. Oh! Ah, minor penalty. That's a 2-second time penalty for touching him. I don't know what I could have really done there to avoid that. Obvious contact there, and I got a penalty for touching him. It looks like I'm going to lose this. I don't mind coming in second. I'll probably redo it and win it off stage or something like that. Ah, 4.87 and plus the extra 2-second penalty. Oh, I blew it. The red mist just went down there, and as a racer, you want to pass him, don't you? I don't know. I got a bit greedy there for my own good. I thought, it's a Honda, I can take him. I could have beaten him as well, 48.01. I went faster in previous rounds. Ugh, that's a bummer. Second place. But not a terrible result. So what I will do is that when I've stopped filming, I'll go back and do it again on a lower difficulty, because I don't want to waste time doing things twice for no particular reason. 7,100 in sponsor money and 22,400 for rep, which isn't bad at all, really. So now we've got one event done across the board in each, and 42,500 in balance. BMC, FXI, as sponsors, I'll probably get the third one.
Don't you think we should start signing new sponsors who bring in more
They keep
money?
telling me to do that. But sign more sponsors, sign more sponsors. Yeah, okay, I get it. So Apex side 2,200 as long as I don't come any worse than first, and BMC no lower than 5th. Lovely. Okay. Oh, hello.
Is a 24-hour race on one of the world's most challenging circuits, the prestigious Circuit de la Sarre. Cars in the event are divided into 4 classes, with prizes being awarded for winning your individual class and the race overall. The race takes place at the end of every season, and winning it is the pinnacle of any driver's career.
Okay. Right. Allow me to explain. At the end of every 4-event or 5-event season, you get the option to drive in a 24-hour Le Mans race. You can now enter this as a team if you can afford it, or you can take it as a driver if you want to, and take a driver offer and do it. Or you can skip the whole thing altogether and go forward to the next season. It's up to you. Now, I know what you guys are probably screaming at my TV. Enter this race, enter it, because it's Le Mans. Well, because you guys asked for it, and I know you're probably thinking, you want to see me do this, I will. I can't do it as a team because I can't afford a GT2 level car yet to enter, but I can take it as a driver offer so I can represent another team as a GT2. They'll give me 9,500 if I enter, but look at the bonuses. 125,000 if you can finish above second place. So, this is going to be a long video, but let's do it. Hang on, Ryan, what were you trying to say?
It's a bigger award to
Oh, Ryan's telling me no. Ryan's telling me there was a bigger award at the bottom. It doesn't really bother, it's not that much. So, this is going to be like a half an hour. This could be one of the longest we've ever made, but here it is. I'm in the Le Mans 24-hour race. Now, this is, again, obviously a Le Mans series race, so it's split into 4 categories. The prototypes 1, the LMP1s, the LMP2s, the GT1s from the bottom tier, which I'm in, which you may have seen me racing in an earlier episode. The GT2s, as I get tagged from behind there, which I'm not particularly keen on. I believe it's 4 in every category, so I'm only racing the guys in my own class. As you can see, there is a timer on the top left-hand corner of your screen. In quick race, you can set that timer to whatever you want, but you can see it's going down quite quickly. That represents the 24 hours. In this case, in context of Grid's overall story, it's a 12-minute race. So basically, every second, or basically the whole thing is like every hour counts for 30 seconds, basically. And as you'll see, over the course of the 24 hours, it simulates day to night. So you'll see it get dark by around the end of the first lap, and then it'll eventually get brighter again as time goes by. But yeah, obviously I took a knock here. First quarter I got a barge, I don't know where exactly it came from, so now I'm playing catch up. But yeah, the whole thing is 12 minutes long. Now I won't do this every time there's a season that rolls around, but I'll try and tick off every box and try and make it more interesting as the playthrough goes on. Oop, a bit naughty there, but don't really care. Getting a nice slipstream. But yeah, overall, that's how the Le Mans works in this game. It's trust me, it gets pretty darn nerve-wracking later on. Ooh, little nudge for the spikers there. We're okay, car's okay. Just a little bit of minor body work there. 4 hours in, 20 hours to go, starting to get dark. You can see it now already. You can see the sun's coming down.
You're 4th in your class. 1 more place and you'll get in the top 3.
So it looks like there's 6 guys in my class, not 4. My apologies. I think the grid field is calibrated so that the class you're racing will have 6. Oh, whoa, it's like a coming across me there. You go around the outside of him there, that's quite nice. But what is this car ahead of me in the orange? I've seen it before. I can't remember where from though. I think it might be a Panos, the Americans. Am I wrong? Somebody, yes. Ryan says I'm right, I'm not 100% sure. People in the comments, let me know. As you can see, my headlights have automatically turned on because it is getting darker. I'm going to take these sweeping corners flat out. We're now a quarter of the way in. I've got to try and finish in the top 2 because if I do, there's a massive bonus in it for me. I think it's like 125,000. Whoa, and the Panos goes straight into the wall there. You can take those chicanes flat out, almost flat out. It's ridiculous in these cars. But I'm now 2nd in my class. Only Gunnar Jeanette up there, leading the GT2s. And I get hit again. That's the 2nd time a car has hit me going into that corner on consecutive laps. That's ridiculous. Oh man, it's going to be such a waste of time if I do this and I don't get any massive amount of money out of it. I've got to get in the top 2. The problem is that the main way to play catch up on this track is down the Mulsanne Straight, which I'm going down right now. So if I'm too far out for a slipstream, this is going to get really annoying really quickly. I think I'm right in saying I am 4th in my class right now. Now I'm relying on my headlights to do the work for me, and this can get pretty darn nerve-wracking. See, I have no idea when to brake, but about 100 meters seems to be the ideal here. I didn't think this car's capable of doing about 200 mph at the end. Right now, about 2.1 seconds off the old Bergmeister ahead of me. Which reminds me as well, saying thanks for guys who are correcting me on references and things like that. Like in episode 2, I was facing Alexander Fry. Turns out, yeah, he was a Switzerland footballer. I was right all along on that one. I was like, where have I seen that name before? And there it was, right in front of me. I was surprised at that, in a good way, I suppose. I was like, oh my god. I must admit that I've done this before in the Le Mans races, and the lights on these cars are so much better. Oh, man's gone wide. Bleekman spun it, so I'm up to 12th, which is awesome. I'm now coming up towards the slipstream of Bergmeister here. The only problem is that I think I took out the warning signs for this next corner, the Indianapolis one, I think it is. Oh, it's back actually. It comes in quite handy as it goes. Oh, contact! Ah! And now apparently I've got steering damage. Luckily it's only minor. I was looking good for that as well. I swear to God, if somebody bumps me on the first corner on the 3rd lap too, I'm going to lose my mind. Whoa! Oh god. Guy clearly didn't see. I didn't see the guy on the right hand side there try and pass me. Down the inside. That's a really bold corner to try and pass somebody on, and obviously I suffered as a result of that there, which is just really poopy. So I'm down to 14th now, and I'm not looking good for that bonus. And luckily I can't really feel the steering problems too much, which is quite nice. I'm now nearly 6 seconds back of Romain Dumas though. Let's see here. Looking at the clock, we've got about 5 minutes left, so... Oh god! I'm terrible. I don't know what's happened to me today. I'm not concentrating on my first. I've done a lot of boneheaded things today. Just want to finish the race now, to be honest. But yeah, just over 4.5 minutes to go, so about another 1 and a bit more laps, I'd say, in this class of vehicle. It's about 320 a lap. So I know in the proper Le Mans cars you can do 250s, 249s a lap. So you can get a good 4 and a bit laps in at 12-minute pace if you're really, really quick. In these GT2s, not so much. The thing is, those LMP1 cars are actually quite unrealistic in the sense of they will just flat out roll up to 260 miles an hour, no problem, when I'm pretty darn sure they can't get to that speed in real life. I mean, if anyone can tell me what the top speed of a Le Mans prototype is, I'd be very curious to know, because I think it's about 220, 230. I'm pretty sure it isn't 260. I know those things are aerodynamically sound and have about 800 brake, but I don't think even they can do 260 mph in a straight like that. Especially considering the Mulsanne straight has got 2 chicanes in it now. It used to be where it didn't have that, so having a high top speed isn't necessarily as important anymore. Anywho. I promise next time I do this I won't be so terrible. I guarantee you that. My first Le Mans was not a very pleasant experience.
We're now
75% distance. For just over 3 minutes to go. I'm 7 seconds off of Dumas now. I'm trying hard here. I'm pushing hard to try and catch him. I can still kind of just about see his car up in the distance. I just got to hope another couple of guys have a major crash or something to get that bonus, and I'm probably not going to get it now, which is a damn shame. Just over 2 minutes left, so probably time for maybe another half a lap as soon as I cross the line again for the third time. Yep, down to 2 minutes. Pushing hard here now. Minute 45 to go, 6.3 seconds behind Dumas. I have time to get maybe about half of this lap in. If you notice, it now starts playing the dramatic music in the background now because... Whoa. Because there's only 90 seconds to go in the race. So for some reason, Grid felt the need to up the ante by making the music more dramatic to put you off, basically. It sounds pretty awesome though, he does pump you up a little bit, which is kind of nice. I'll try and keep quiet so you can hear the music now. Final 60 seconds. It's not finished a lap you're on either. As soon as the time runs out, that is it. It's not actually like we're on, because actually when you finish the lap you're on after the 24 hours is done, but yeah, it's as soon as time runs out, race is over. 35 seconds. 30 seconds. Final hour. $20 seconds. 15 seconds. Countdown if you're watching the video with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time up. And there you have it. I finished 14th. That did not go well. Oh, yeah, it was a Panos, I was right. Richard Dean for Team LNT DNF, and Donny Crevice, I think, who spun out, also did not finish, but I was 5th in my group. Actually, it was 7 of us who was racing. Gunnar Jeanette, who led the class, was nearly a mile down the road. My god. So yeah, I don't get the massive bonus for finishing 2nd in the class, which is a damn shame, because that 120 something thousand would have really come in handy. Which is a shame. So I only get the 9,500 for completing the event, which is a shame. So 12,500 overall. It's not terrible, but it's not wonderful either. So that's the end of season 1. 2 wins. I won 115,000. I gained about 80k in rep. Individually as a driver ranking, I'm now ranked 373, and as a team for that season, 244.
Season 2. Let's see if we can improve from last season.
So, when we come back on Grid, the start of season 2, and how about some open wheel racing? That sound good? Sounds good to me. Check back next time. I've been Harris101. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Sayonara.